Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is a 212A. It's a Soviet Tier 9 SPG. It's located on the south spawn of mines, and this one is under the command of Saadharta. Now, it can either carry the 155 or the 152mm gun, or it can carry the 203. Which one is this? It's the 203, yes. And you get 40 rounds of ammo in this RT, which makes it quite powerful in terms of the amount of damage you can do. There's a school bus with the 155mm gun on it. Well, Saadharta's taking it into the corner here. Not the usual firing position, but it's still very good. Okay, it looks like the enemy have made it into the castle grounds, but we've got two tanks in there as well. And it looks like Saadharta's going for an early counter battery. He's looking at the other end of the map, looking for the tracer. And he's covering two areas at the moment. There's the area out by the water you can see there, and also the area in that little alcove in grid square A1. Now somebody's indicating they were just hit from there. Yes, there's the tracer. So he's just setting his aim down a bit further back. I think that's it. He's behind the bush. Rounds out. It fell short, but it would have badly damaged the Arty that was in there. We still don't have a decision over who actually owns the hill, because we've got one tank in there, a T-49, but he's fighting off two enemy tanks. He's killed one of them. Or rather, one of our Arty killed one of them. And they got the other one. The T-49 got the Wizzy 132A, so that means we own the castle grounds. And that's going to be important later on in the game, I should think. Normally it's not the south side who actually wins the castle ground, it's normally the north side, but we're still looking for tracer from the enemy Arty. And we're not seeing much, so it kind of indicates that the enemy Arty might actually be elsewhere. They could be up on the rise. Oh, there's one of them. He is there. Rounds out in the M53, M55. That's a kill. And he only had 219 hit points, which would tend to indicate to me that that was probably the one who we saw earlier in the game, who fired, got hit and relocated. Okay, he's loading again. 32.19 seconds is the reload time, which is actually quite quick, considering this is a 203mm shell. Okay, he's loaded. And he's found a 703 version 2 there, and in the castle grounds, we lost our T-49. They've now got a Carnarvon and an Emil in there. He's going for the Carnarvon, and he kills it with one shot. So it's his second kill. Okay, we've gone back to counter battery. Now he's having a quick check at Nigel's spot. Always worth having a quick check there, because given that a lot of people actually do know about that position now, you might see tracer appearing from there. Okay, he's just a little too close to the building to hit that 703 too. And he's gone back to counter battery, but gone back to the 703 version 2, who just got hit. We're dialing in. Rounds out. Kill. So that's his third one. He's not doing too badly, actually. It's the lead scorer on his team, considering that the only other two players who've actually got kills are already dead. And one of those was one of his own Arty. In fact, we've lost both of our Arty, our fellow Arty. The school bus and the M53 were both taken out by the enemy Arty, and probably because they were on the right side of that corner. It's the most obvious place where people look for counter battery fire. Rounds out the E75 TS. Kill again. 4 kills now. It looks to me like he's carrying the stupids. I know it's quite a phase, but it's one of Klaus's. Okay, now he did something there which maybe he shouldn't have done, which was destroy the vehicle and the washing behind, because that might actually give a clue to the enemy Arty where he is. The enemy's still got two Artys. If they were looking for a counter battery, that would be a clear sign of where he's located. Rounds out the Emil. And, well, it looked like it landed nearby him, not on him. Maybe right in front of him. but it was 441 hit points, and that was a shot from the Emil, and you can be sure the Emil has passed that on to the enemy Arty, so he might need to vacate this spot as quickly as he can to get away from being counter-batteried. He's backing up as much as he can, as much as he dare. Well, we've lost control of the hill altogether now. Projetta's moving up on the west island, the center island. Oh, and there's a Wizzy 1111 FT out. Oh, just killed the Progetto. Damn. Fires a round in at him. 328 hit points. Okay, now we've got a Scorpion G up there as well, and we've just lost a defender with 2 tanks down on the enemy, and it looks like they're winning. This is not so good now. Saadharta's still carrying the stupids. And with Klaus's phrase, so long as you get more kills than all the other members of the team combined, that's carrying the stupids. Oh, and he just got hit by a counter-battery shot from the Batchat, but it landed nearby. It didn't land on him. If it'd been on him, that would have been the end of his game. 75 hit points lost. He fires at the Scorpion G, and that shot would have told the Batchat that he's still there. But he can move away from this position now, and he should, because I'm pretty sure that Batchat is going to fire in again. I would expect an Arty round to land behind him. Now, he hasn't moved very far away from that original spot, but you can see where the shell landed. It landed directly behind him. Okay. Going for the Wizzy 1111 FT. Fires around in and gets the kill. So that's 5 kills now. I'd move away from this corner if I was you. I'm pretty sure that Batchat knows you're here, and the easiest thing to do would be to keep him guessing by moving over to the east side and keep changing position after every shot. It's like that magic game of guess which cup the P is under. Okay, loaded again for another shot, but he's got a red line there because the hill's in the way. He's backing a back, but you can see he just drove over the spot where that Batchat just fired in. He hasn't lost a whole lot of his hit points, but he could be vulnerable. There's that Borsig. Or is it Borsig? Yes, it is. Waffenträger. Got no shot on those guys because the castle's in the way. Ideally, we need to move slightly further to the east. That might give us a shot through over the top of those, the centre. Well, the Emil 2's been taken down by the 112. Having a quick look over this side of the map. Sometimes Arty can relocate over to this spot. You see there's a tree there. And there are some bushes on that side, and it can actually provide you with fairly decent shots on other spots of the battlefield, with the security of knowing that sometimes the enemy Arty won't look there. But we're going for that FV4202. We've got a shot lined up. It just keeps backing through the field of fire. We fire the round in, and it was a direct hit nearby. Well, direct hit. A near hit. It was a near miss. And he keeps moving backwards and forwards like that. Oh, and he's got some stun assist. Now I've gone back to looking behind him because I'm anticipating that an enemy Arty shell is going to come flying in at any moment. Instead, he's looking in this corner. Ah, there's the Arty. Just found him. Mark the spot. Rounds out. Well, it tells us where one of them is. And I suspect that might be the Batchat 155. I'm pretty certain that's him. We still don't know where the M43 is. He's the one with 3 kills though. And now the enemy is down to just 2 Arty and that Borsig. Whilst we've got the 112, the UDES 14.5, and of course Saadharta, who's got 5 kills now. One short of getting a Top Gun. It'd be very nice if he could get one. Now he's looking up towards that church in the village. I'm sure if the 112 pokes his nose out through that gap, he might spot that Arty sitting in the corner. Unless, of course, he's very well camouflaged. There might be some buildings obstructing the view. Oh, he's decided to come south. That's a Top Gun. But he was spotted, so the enemy RT, the Batchat, is going to know that he's here. Oh, and there's the Batchat, and we now know where he is, and it was the other way round. The M40, M43 was the one over on the east side of the map, and we now know that the Batchat is over on the other side of the map. In fact, he's probably in Nigel's spot in C1, because that's the direction that the shell came from. If it's not there, he's in A1. Now would be a good time to be over the other side of the map. We're now down to just 31 hit points, and we've been ammo racked. And there we can see the wreck of the school bus. He didn't move around enough, and he got taken out. Okay, it looks like Saadharta is going to sit himself right next door to the school bus. Oh, the UDES is coming down. And the Borsig just got hit. He just got hit by the 112. 112's backing up. The Borsig's coming around the corner. If we can take this guy out. And, oh, the 112 gets him. Which means now the only enemy remaining is the Batchat 155-58. Oh, sorry, 155-55. And the 112 just got hit by the RT, so yeah, he's indicating that's where he thinks the shell came from, the corner. Now if you look at the corner there, you can actually see or just about work out where the corner of the map actually is by seeing the way the waves interact with the edges. We've been asked to platoon with the 112, and we have platoon. So, Brothers in Arms is on the cards if we can get this last kill. So long as the 112 stays alive. Now, he might be hiding behind that bush. That's also another spot. Okay, the 112's driving straight for that spot. So, the Batchat's probably going to spot him and fire at him, but he might not get a kill. But if we're lined up on him, he might be doing the same thing we're doing, firing from alongside the M53, M55 wreck. Okay, the 112's going in there. He's having a look. Very strangely, it's saying vehicle now instead of 112. It is a 112, but it just says vehicle. Oh, there he is. He is in the corner. Rounds out. Here we go. Kill shots. Wins the game. And he earns a Brothers in Arms with the 112. So, 7 kills. Very good indeed. Just one short of getting the Radleys. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's the second class tanker for Saadharta in the 212A. He got a Reaper badge for taking out consecutive kills, or taking out consecutive enemies with consecutive shots. And he also got a counter battery because he took out all of the enemy Arty. Yes, he killed the M53, M55, then the M40, and finally the Batchat 155-55. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 15 in that one. Our Brothers in Arms, because he platooned with the 112, they both had at least 3 kills, and he also got a Top Gun because he managed to get 6 kills. In fact, he got 7 in the end. And his win rate from that game was 4,388, which is more than the Super Unicum standard. So let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. Note that went to the Striv 1030. He picked up a high caliber and Confederate for 3,631 hit points. He got the second highest damage in the game, 2,926 hit points. And the third highest damage goes to that 112, 2831. When it came to kills, he did have the top with 7 kills. The next high score was the 112, who got 3 kills, and so did that M40, M43. And obviously he was employing that cover on the east side of the map because it's such a well or lesser known firing spot, such a good firing spot for getting good angles on the enemy. And when it came to base XP, he was beaten by the 112, got 1,407 base experience points, and that's because he did do quite a bit of spotting as well as doing quite a bit of damage. 2,139 hit points of spotting, together with 2,831 actual damage. And he's got a Brothers in Arms and a Steel Wall from that game. And of course, we shouldn't forget that Saadharta, of course, got the Brothers in Arms and the Top Gun. So 948 base experience points for him, 794 for the T49, and 756 for the Striv. He fired 13 shots, got 5 direct hits and 3 penetrations on the enemy, 9 splash damage as well, damage of 2,926 hit points, of which 2,526 were at more than 300 meters. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, that would be the M40, M43. I did receive 2 hits by way of splash damage as well, probably from different Arty. I think probably the M40 hit him once and the Batchat 155 hit him once as well. 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 7 killed, and 444 hit points of stun assist off 5 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 39,297 credits, got 7,899 for holiday ops, total 47,196, and after repair, ammunition, resupply, he took away 9,226 credits profit. He picked up 1 bond for getting the Top Gun, and 1,422 XP, 4,266 for completing the mission, and 1,422 from personal reserves. So his total 7,110 experience points altogether. So very well done on that mission. You certainly did cream the enemy, and it's a pity that you didn't pick up a Radley Walters as well, because you certainly tried. You got some nice shots on the enemy, and you got off to an early start, and by picking the firing position you did and kept moving about, you avoided getting counter batteried completely, but you were vulnerable because you didn't move away from that spot once you would hit more than once. So yes, probably worth relocating occasionally, because after all, that M40, M43 did manage to find you, and of course it paid that he got killed, but yes, to avoid being counter batteried completely, best to move about a bit. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.